For those that did not participate in absentee ballot voting or in early voting, today is your day to go out there and make your voice heard as an American. But before you head to the polls, in case you haven't already, you may want to consider what a world under Donald Trump, or at least an administration under Donald Trump, would look like. You would have Robert F. Kennedy Jr. out there in charge of your food and water and medicines, and this is a guy who, based on his statements, clearly does not believe in science. So probably not the best choice. But even if you think that, well, RFK Jr. used to be a huge progressive, maybe he'd be the voice of reason in a Trump administration. So if you think that, first of all, wrong. Second of all, if RFK Jr. being in charge of what goes into your body is not concerning enough, then think about this. On Sunday, at a rally in Georgia, Donald Trump pledged that he was going to put failed Republican senatorial candidate Herschel Walker, the man who should be a poster child for CTE, said that he was going to put Herschel Walker in charge of building and running missile defense here in the United States, which of course would be a part of the Space Force. So, as journalist Aaron Rupar pointed out, RFK Jr. in charge of women's health, Herschel Walker running the Space Force, only the best people, right? That is terrifying. Herschel Walker can't string a sentence together to save his life. In fact, at the very rally where Trump told us he's going to put Herschel Walker in charge of missile defense, Herschel Walker came out and said this. He goes, "It stops on Tuesday when we vote for my friend and your friend, Donald Trump Jr." He didn't even know who he was campaigning for. And we want our national security to be in the hands of this man who probably needs to be still in the NFL's concussion protocol, which unfortunately didn't exist when he was a running back in the NFL. And anybody who knows anything about the NFL knows that running back is one of the toughest positions in terms of how many hits you take. It's horrifying. But that is what we would get from a Trump administration. Trump said, "We will build a missile defense shield. We'll put Herschel Walker in charge of that little sucker." Because that is how you want somebody to even refer to a missile defense shield, let alone have Herschel Walker in charge of it. But of course, the good folks on social media were quick to point out that this is the exact same kind of claim you would make if you wanted to lose an election. Political journalist Louis Pietzman said, quote, "Bringing back Herschel Walker is the kind of shit I would do if I were trying to lose an election. But what do I know?" Then you had attorney Janet Johnson say, quote, "Herschel Walker can't construct a full sentence, let alone a missile defense shield." But this is the problem with Donald Trump. And it's a problem we can solve today if everybody gets out there and votes against the guy. He doesn't care if you're smart enough. He doesn't care if you're sane. He doesn't care about any of the horrible things you've done in your past. He doesn't care about how horrible you are as a human being. The only thing he cares about is, do you love me? If you love me, you'll be put in a job which you're definitely not qualified for, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. That is what we can expect from a second Trump term, and we can today make sure that a second Trump term never happens. So get to it if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.